Hi guys, Steph here, and here we have part 2, some of the loose pens. And as always, some good, some bad, and some ugly ones. But all or most will be available. Anything of interest, you know what to do. Pardon? Pardon? Yes. Get in touch. Right, without further ado, let's have a look. What we've got there is, okay, it looks like a grey platinum fountain pen. I know there's people that like the platinum pens out there. We've got a nice black Conway Stewart. This is the 28, if I remember rightly, with a nice nib. Unfortunately, there you go, you can see it's got the clip missing. And as I said, you know, some of them being ugly, some of them have got issues. And as I've said in previous videos, I just simply buy them for parts. And unfortunately, I know I get people asking me, do you have a certain part, etc. Basically, I don't keep parts to sell. They're only actually parts for my own personal use. What we've got here is a Parker Flighter 45. Anybody looking for a 45? Get in touch. Another 45, and again another Flighter. So I know there's people, you know, want to start in, you know, in vintage pens. They want something sort of less expensive. 45s are a great starting point. We've got another Parker here. You can see the nib. I forget off the top of my head what model it is. It's just got something stuck to it. But yeah, that'll clean up fine. That'll be okay. Okay, so there we go. There we go. We've got an old pen. I think this one's a Blackbird, I think. Or no, this is the Swan pen. And again, as you can see there, unfortunately, like a lot of these pens, the cap is missing. But I've got a silver one that I showed you not long ago, and I'm hoping rather this one, or no, this is the Blackbird, I'm afraid. Yeah, this is the Blackbird one. It's got a nice interesting nib on it. Okay, in fact, this one, let me just show you. Is it the one? Yeah, it's got a maybe Todd 12 carat, a 12 carat number 2 nib. So an interesting nib. This one you can see it's got the over and under feed, which again I'm hoping one of them will fit excuse me, a silver pen that I showed you quite recently. We've got another, oh, this is a ballpoint, so yeah, we'll skip on that. There's a ballpoint as well. This is it a sonnet? So a nice ballpoint for somebody, maybe want to make a set. Now this is, I picked this up as it is here like this. It's obviously missing the stand, but if we unscrew it, look at that. It's a snorkel fountain pen. And if we just unscrew the end, okay, so it's obviously a desk pen, but a snorkel with a nice correct nib. So again, it's missing the stand. That would have sat on a desk on somebody, but maybe someone's looking, they've got the desk piece, but they're just looking for the pen. What we got here, this is a pencil, I believe, CV Imperial Stylo. Okay, so an Imperial Stylo, it's an ink pencil. Okay, so quite nice in this hard red rubber. So anybody looking for these, I know there's people that collect them. It's not my cup of tea, so yeah, you know, it's available if you want it. There we go, nice Conway Stewart with nickel trim. It's got the correct nib there as well. That'll clean up nicely, and that'll make a nice everyday pen for somebody. Is that another platinum? It looks like it. Yeah, so another platinum in, I think this is more sort of dark grey, is it? What's this one here? This is a Swan. As you can see there, Swan leverless. There's the model number for you. Hopefully you can see that better than I can. And yes, I think we've got the correct nib there. So that'll make a nice little pen once serviced. Another Schaefer. Is it a lady's pen here? This is a lovely pen in lovely condition. Ah, right. So there you go. You can see it needs a replacement section. There you go. It's damaged, but although it's damaged, you know, the outer sort of casing is absolutely gorgeous, in lovely, lovely condition. Let's bring them a little bit closer. Is this another pot? Yeah, 45. You can see the ends broken off there. And once again, looks like the nib's missing on that. So, not sure what we're going to do with that. Right, is this, yeah. Yeah, another Croxley pen. So you saw the one in the box. This is the sort of torpedo-shaped Croxley. Again, you can see it's a lever fill. It's got the correct Croxley nib, as you can see there. And once again, these are much underrated quality made pens. Once it's been serviced, these make great everyday writer pens. Let's pop over to that one. Yeah, a Mentmore, nice golden marbled Mentmore. This one, as you can see there, is a button filler. Okay, let's pop that back on. It's a button filler. Once again, I've shown you original nib there. Once again, I say it all the time. I showed you one recently, a lever fill, but the Mentmores, great, great quality and underrated pens. Speaking of Mentmore, that's another one I believe. Yeah, this is a lever fill in classic black, Mentmore nib. So where are you Mentmore fans? Anybody looking for a nice Mentmore? Right, now this one's interesting. Some of you regular viewers, you would have seen the Parker Maxima that I reviewed recently, and from that vid, obviously I did that for a customer, and then after that I received an email from a gentleman said, "Whoa, I like that. Next one that you get, can you let me know?" So coincidentally, this one I found yesterday on my travels. There you go, Parker Maxima. So it was very much coincidental that he asked for the next one, and there we go. We've got the lovely number 50 nib there. You can see it's a little bit dirty. Okay, there you go. You can see used and dirty, but once we've done a little bit of work on that, that'll come up a lovely, handsome pen. So a red Parker Maxima fountain pen. And then this one, look at that. Whoops, a daisy. If we show you both pens together, this is the senior in green. Should have the number, yeah, the number 35 nib, which was correct for the period. So this one also will clean up nicely. But as I mentioned in my last video for the Maxima, the Parker Senior was the top of the range within the Dufold Parker range of pens. They discontinued the Senior and then brought out this one, the Maxima, which is slightly bigger, has a wider band, etc., etc. All right, we've got some interesting ones. Well, I've done it specifically actually on purpose to the end. We've got this one. All it says to the end here, it's gold filled and foreign. Unfortunately, the clip's missing, but it's actually a button filler, as you can see there. Okay, and it's actually got a nice warranted nib to the pen. So although a little bit of wear here and there, which is nice bit of patina, but in nice condition, this barleycorn pattern. And you know, basically, you know, somebody wants a pen just as a user pen, that'll be serviced, and although the clip's missing, it'll become a nice everyday user pen. So if it's of interest, you know what to do. Got a little pencil here, look at that, this little twirl pattern. There you go, and that comes out like so. There you go, little ring top there, so you can actually pop it round your neck or in your purse. But look how tidgy that is. Lovely little pencil. Right, so let's go for this one first. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely, handsome pen? What we've got for you here is the Swan Eternal, and this model, if we show you the end of the barrel, I don't know how visible it is for you, but it's the 642E. So the 6 being for the large number 6 nib, the 42, maybe the colour, the E being eternal. It's a leverless pen there. It's got eternal written just here. Just it needs maybe a little bit of attention, but there you go, look at that. A lovely large eternal number 6 nib, and it's also got Swan L, is it L6, just to the section there as well. But it's a lovely chunky pen. Okay, as you can see there. So yeah, I would say a oversized pen. Just needs a little bit of TLC. A very nice, and this one I believe is quite a sought after model. So a Swan Eternal 642E. And then last but not least, look at that. So you wait ages for one and then two come along at the same time. And what we've got here, as you can see there, is a 52. Okay, now this one is well, obviously a Waterman ideal 52. You can see it's got 2 9-carat gold bands. The bottom one has got somebody's name engraved on it. It's got the box lever with the letter W. Okay, and it's got this one's actually a manifold Waterman nib. So you can see it's got the correct nib, but yeah, in good condition. No cracks as we normally find them with. So once restored and cleaned up and serviced, a nice Waterman 52. And then we've got another Waterman 52. The difference being this one, as you can see by the imprint just on the cap and just below, is sterling silver. Okay, and the pattern, although it's a little bit maybe on the worn side, okay, the pattern I believe is the Gothic pattern. And the model, if I show you the end, again, I don't know how clear it is, but the model is 452. Okay, Now the 452, obviously it's a 52, but the 4, I believe, indicates that it's a full solid silver overlay, as you can see. The only downside, as you can see, the clip's missing, but apart from that, a very nice, interesting pen. So very nice indeed. So there we go, look at that. 2 Waterman 52s, one with 9-carat gold bands and one with a Gothic silver overlay. So there we have it. As before, anything of interest, get in touch down below. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these pens as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below. Come on, don't be shy. There's a lot of people not leaving comments. So don't be shy, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. But for now, oh, and don't forget part 3. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Kriini from me and all these lovely pens. Bye-bye for now.